guys, welcome back to my channel. I honestly haven't posted on here in God knows how long. I think the last video that I've got up was like my 21st birthday. I'm 25 in a few months. So anyway, if you've been following me along on the internet, you will see that I basically got on TikTok now, which I didn't think I'd ever be on TikTok. But I am now on TikTok and Instagram, and they're my two web places if you want to go find me. But I'm also on Twitter. That's just a bit of a shit show, I'm sure of his feelings. So yeah, if you want to follow that, feel free. So I wanted to come back and do a sort of story time, just because through the last few years, I've obviously like grown and learned a lot. And was reflecting on just for life and usually school and stuff. I'm basically figuring out that a lot of stuff that I went through wasn't okay. So I did a poll on my Instagram stories asking which story time do you want, because a lot of you guys wanted to know about the time I called a teacher racist. So basically in school, high school, I was always really quiet, didn't really get in trouble, just hung out with my friends, went to class, did my work, just wanted to get by, didn't really like school for numerous reasons. I just wanted to get through. So yeah, never got into trouble, was always good. So there's one issue really upset me. So it was in sixth form, so I think I was 16, 17. Is that what I was 6 form? I think. I don't know. Anyway, so I had a teaching assistant, so let's call her Whitney, like you said this. And me and Whitney were quite close. She was my teaching assistant. So she just left uni, came back to our high school to be a teaching assistant, to then train to be a teacher. So she'd come to lessons with me and she'd like scribe for me because I can't write for myself. So she'd do all my writing for me. Can't tell her what to write. We got on really well. We were on like a first name basis sort of thing. We were close. She used to like pick on each other. You know the whole thing, like just friends. So one day we actually went to, well not one day, but I had reading lessons in our sister school. So whenever I went to go do reading, I go to our sister school, and a lot of the times we sit like in the breakout area in the corridor. So when lessons change, we saw all the kids leaving lessons, switching lessons, so we just sit on the computers to do our work. So I remember seeing a black boy and a white boy just start fighting, and I was like, whoa, you know what, school's like everyone's recording it. Everyone's like, oh my god, this is so crazy. So this little black boy and this little white boy are fighting, and then teacher comes, breaks them up, but only tells off the black boy and like takes him away, and the white boy got to go to lesson. So, as you can tell, probably can't tell, I don't know, I'm black, Thai, come from a black family. Kai, if you are a person of colour, you will know you and your family. If you see racism happening on TV, in whatever situations, you always say to yourself, oh, that was racist, or whatever, you know. At the time, I didn't know. But I knew what racism was, obviously. I didn't know much about microaggressions, or I didn't know anything about microaggressions. Just if I saw someone that looked racist, I'd go into my dad or my stepmom. I went to a predominantly white school, so yeah, I forgot about that. I muttered under my breath when I saw the little black boy got taken away, but the white boy got no repercussions. I went, ooh, that's racist. Just under my breath, not like loud. And my teaching assistant, Whitney, she was like, Shelby, you can't say that. Sorry, that's just my Kyra. So she's in the toilet. So yeah, so my teaching assistant went to me, Shelby, you can't say that. And as I said, me and his teaching assistant were like a first name basis. I was used to tease each other. So I honestly don't remember exactly what I said word for word. But I turned to her and I said it in a teasing way anyway. But I don't really remember what I said to her exactly, but I said something like teasingly, like, oh, you on their side. Something like teasingly, like, I don't exactly remember word for word what I said, it was a joke anyway. So I didn't think nothing much of it for the rest of the lesson. I didn't think much of it for the rest of the lesson. Went home, came back to school the next day, went to lesson, and then our school Senko, so I called her Miss Shields, she was lovely. Miss Shields then was like, oh, Shelby, can I have a word with you after lunch? So I was like, yeah, sure. She doesn't normally need to talk to me, unless it's like disability related, but this sounded like I was in trouble. So I was obviously feeling anxious. I was like, oh gosh, what? So I was like, am I in trouble? Like, what's going on? Even had Whitney with me again most of the day. She was like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So, you, like, after lunch, I used to eat in this room because I needed help with food and stuff. So I used to eat separately and then go back to my friends. So Miss Shields was in the room as I finished lunch. So she's like, oh, can I talk to you? I was like, yeah. Because like all the other staff had to like leave. Because I was like, oh shoot. What have I done? What's going on? So she sat on this bench. I was asking me about, well, not asking me, basically telling me that Whitney had, sorry, it's not funny, looking back now, I was just, you know why I'm laughing. Whitney had basically reported me for accusing her of being racist. And I was like, confused. And then Miss Shields was going through like the whole situation like yesterday before, and I was like, oh, and then it hit me. She said, yeah, you really upset Whitney and blah blah blah. And I was only 16, 17 as she established. Never got into trouble at school, so I like burst into tears because I hate upsetting anybody. That's not who I am. I always tease people, and it's all really okay. But I said to them really upset, and now I got in trouble at school. And Miss Shields was like, we're going to have to contact your dad. Again, coming from a black family, terrified of my family. No, I'm joking, not terrified. But you know, I don't want to get in trouble at home, because that's just going to end up with me getting yelled at about lots of other things, and I don't want that. That's awful. I don't want to upset my family. And also upset my TA Whitney, like me and her, my friends. So like waiting to leave school so I could go apologise to her, because I thought I was like in the wrong, and I was like, oh, I didn't even mean to accuse her of that. It was about the two boys that were fighting and blah blah blah. So I was just like in a mess the whole last lesson. Anyway, we finished school, saw Whitney at the end of the day, apologised to her for what I said. She was like, it's alright, just be careful what you're saying. Because I was like, yeah, I totally understand. Cool, fine. Next, I had to go home and expect a conversation with my dad, as Miss Shields had already contacted him. So on the school bus, I was normally quite shy, I was dead quiet. My bus escort, Francis, was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Just been bawling my eyes out in school. And for some reason my dad was already home, which is very unusual. I don't know why he was home. Anyway, he was already home. And I was like, Dad. But in my head, I was like, there to confess straight away for my sins. I just tell him what happened at school. Because the longer you drag it out, the more anxious I'm going to get. And I don't want to feel anxious. So I came in, it was like, Dad, I need to tell you something that happened at school today. And he was like, oh yeah, I was like, quite a few missed calls from Miss Shield. But I was in meetings all day, so they get to call her back. What happened? So, I take my dad this entire story of being at our sister school, seeing the little white boy and the little black boy fighting. So only the little white boy got yelled at and taken away. I went through it like that, oh, that was racist. My family said something that I genuinely can't remember word for word what I said to my teaching assistant. She's reported me for being racist to actual school, and now I'm in trouble. Well, he's alright now, but I was in trouble. So I tell my dad the whole story. Obviously, I'm like tearing up again because I upset my teaching assistant that I really, really liked. I don't want to get in trouble at home. I just felt rubbish. And my dad goes, so, you call her racist? I was like, well, not really. So we they were like close friends. Because I think I just said it in like a jokey way. But I can't even remember what I really said to her. And my dad was like, okay, well, don't do it again. And I was like, okay, I won't. And then my dad burst out laughing, shouted through to the kitchen to our stepmom, okay, so we called the teacher racist. I'm like, it's not funny. But I was so confused. Because like, why is my dad like not mad at me? And we didn't really talk about it much after that. That was just sort of it. But I was like literally in hysterics for like the whole most of that day, like waiting to get yelled at, getting really upset at my teacher calling her racist. And my dad just like laughed it off. So moving on now, like about a month ago, it was Mother's Day, and I've got a sister now, she's 11, and I think she used to in school, I was naughty, and now I'm trying to get the naughty thing that I did. And now I actually understand, like, obviously now with like everything that's going on in the world actually going on forever, because I'm more aware, more grown up, and I do experience like microaggressions and things. Like obviously I was in the right for calling it out. I wasn't in the right setting. Forgetting that I'm not amongst my black family. So I can't just, well I can, but white people don't like it. Yeah. So I'm waffling on. So like I was saying at Mother's Day, I was retelling this story. Because my stepmom was like, I don't remember that. Because I was like, Dad definitely did shout through to you about it, and he was laughing. And my stepmom was like, my stepmom's quite stern with things. And she was like, well, yeah, you're in the right. Like, you went to a white school, so obviously you're going to feel like a little bit like you're the one that's wrong. You shouldn't be saying these things. But people do have microaggressions and won't notice it. And yeah, you probably should have said whatever you said. You said it in a jokey way. But you were still in the right. And now looking back, I do understand like what happened in the school wasn't okay. And I just feel intimidated. Because I was like 1 in 3 or 4 black kids that went to my school. So yeah, I just wanted to tell that story. What's even funnier is I mentioned this story to my 2 best friends who I went to school with. Not that long ago, I told them the same story. They were like, yeah, it sounds like you were in the right. And I was like, right? Why did I only notice this like a few months ago in the bath? As I said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you've experienced any racism or microaggressions in school and what it was like for you. And hopefully, I will be posting again, but don't hold me to that. I mean, I will post again, I don't know what my schedule is. I'd like to go for once a week, posting on a Saturday or Sunday. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on everything down below, and enjoy your night. Bye!